exercise is a good thing, but we may not have known just how good it can be for us. It turns out it could help us live up to 10 years longer. Dr. Sanjay Gupta introduces us to a woman who doesn't let age slow her down.
Meet Jeannie DiPrano. She's 81 years old, and she's still running races. Why?
I like being competitive.
More like, why not?
The thing I'm learning about aging, the bottom line is, it's inevitable. I am not going to escape it. There's two ways to go. You can either press on or give up. Do I want to go back to be 50, 40? No, because I think the best is yet to come.
Jeannie didn't start running seriously until her 30s. As a third grade teacher, she simply wanted to keep up with her students. Now, she's the current world record holder in the women's 70-mile and the women's 75-mile, as well as the 400-meter and 800-meter.
You got this, Jeannie. Focus.
I would encourage people not to give up any kind of fitness. I probably have a greater passion now than ever because I'm understanding who I am.
Exercise is one of the factors proven to have a big impact on our longevity. It reduces the risk of heart disease, the #1 killer in the United States. And a recent study showed that healthy habits which prevent heart disease can add as much as a decade to your life, if not more. And it's not just adding years, but quality years that count.
Exercise, first 20 minutes a day, probably buys you 2 years life expectancy. Clearly a win. Second 20 minutes a day probably buys you about 1 more year.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up fast as you can.
For the past decade, Jeannie has come here to work out with owner and trainer David Buer. He's tailored the workouts to meet Jeannie's aging body.
I'm still doing a lot of strength training. I make sure my body's well, my workouts, they're changing to meet my aging process. Is it easy? Absolutely not. Thank you.
This past February, Jeannie took on a new challenge, her first ever indoor rowing competition. And in classic fashion, she broke the world record in the 80 to 84 age group.
When I get to the final finish line here on Earth, I want this body to be worn out. There's not a thing left in it. I'm not going out of here some beautiful woman with no wrinkles. I'm not doing this to live to be 100. I'm doing this to be the best I can be today, period.
Wow, she's 81 years old. She's beautiful and she's amazing. Respect. You're watching Newsstream. And after the break, a story perhaps for those of us still sitting down, staring at screens. Data shows over the last few years that people are Googling dog videos more often than cat videos. But what does that reveal? What does that say about us humans? New York Times critic at large Amanda Hess has a theory. We're going to speak with her next.
Live longer in association with BDMS, Bangkok Dusit Medical Services, your trusted healthcare network.
A healthy, happy family is a gift. A gift that should always be cherished and protected. At BDMS, this is what we believe. Prompt treatment can save lives and take care of your health. Because living well is a gift. BDMS, redefining global healthcare excellence.